We're back, baby. Limeade 3.0, benefiting underwater smoking. I'm your host, Apache Smash. Next on the deck, we've got Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes, ran by Il Pazzo. Take it away, my friend.
Hey, thank you very much, Apache. I'm Il Pazzo, and I'm gonna run Ground Zeroes any percent. And I'm here with Joseph Joestar. How are you, Joe?
Hey everybody, good to be back again.
So I'm gonna do the countdown, and then we can go if everybody's ready. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, good luck.
Thank you.
Alright, so while Pausa gets underway, Ground Zeroes is the prologue into what leads into Metal Gear Solid 5 The Phantom Pain. It's a glorified demo, as some would call it, which can't argue with that. It is a very short game, but it's also very challenging to speedrun. There's numerous categories to run with, whether if it's running New Game Plus, any percent, with or without reflex. And the category that I got into myself was stealth no kills, where you try to complete the run without getting spotted by anybody and without killing anything. And what we're seeing here with Pazzo now, with doing the first mission entitled Ground Zeroes, is he's using reflex to his advantage, not only to line up these shots on guards, but you can also use reflex to influence the IGT time of each mission, because the game's clock slows down when you trigger reflex, and it happens every time you trigger it, so it's kind of another incentive for not having an ongoing alert, because then you lose the option for reflex, which is only available if you're not detected. Oh wow, nice shot on that last guy. So what he did before any of that was he threw a flare grenade, which is going to signal Morpho to arrive based on where he threw it, and it's going to assign it to the closest landing zone. And then what he's doing here, he's going to hold up that guard at that corner. The guards are pretty unique when it comes to being held up. They just stay there. Also, he's just going to throw a grenade to take out a good majority of them, maybe hold up one that just dove away. So the main mission, Ground Zeroes, you're meant to rescue Chico and Paz from captivity, and you're supposed to kind of figure out where one is, and then it helps lead you to figure out where the other is being held. Except we know exactly where they both are in the base, and we just, you know, route directly to them. What they do is they... Oh, did it freeze? Oh, okay, now it's catching up. Yeah, don't worry, you're good. It's just, I think it's the stream feed froze a little bit. So what Pazzo is doing is he's rescuing Paz first, because it's faster to go to her and then route to Chico. And then what he did, just as the stream feed was catching up, is what we call the weightless glitch, where while carrying a prisoner, doesn't have to be specifically Paz, it's just while you're carrying a prisoner, if you're using a handgun and it hasn't been fully reloaded, you could reload and sprint into a door, and what that does is it puts you in a full sprint as if you weren't carrying anybody, hence the weightless part of the glitch. And what it allows you to do is run at full speed while carrying someone on your back, and as long as you keep moving, you can float them into Morpho, the helicopter, instantaneously, because the game doesn't have anything animated for when you're running at full speed while carrying somebody. It's not supposed to happen. So what they do is they just instantly disappear into the chopper. Oh, that's unlucky. Yeah, so he's just gonna use a checkpoint here, which is gonna put him back a little bit. So he'll just have to recall Morpho and then just bring Chico out. So same thing as before, he'll just use a flare grenade. You could use the iDroid to call in Morpho. It's a little cumbersome at times trying to help navigate it to the LZ. The flare grenade is just the faster way to do it. Except there will be some situations in the run where, you know, iDroiding is the best way to do it, depending on the mission. So same thing as before. He's just gonna, interact with the cell, cancel the cutscene, and then while Morpho is inbound, he's just going to do the weightless glitch again. Alright, so not necessarily a big deal being spotted here, because he's to exit the stage. It's other places where you want to avoid the alerts as much as you can.
Unless the stage get killed, it happens sometimes. If I got shot, then the stage take the shot in the head.
I actually like the alert music when you're trying to escape with either Oz or Chico, so it's actually kind of cool it ends like this by coincidence.
The chopper is taking a long time to count because I had to restart the checkpoint, so it's slower.
Yeah, while Pazzo's doing laps, I guess I could kind of explain, Morpho's flight patterns and behaviors. There are 4 different LZs you can call Morpho to throughout the base and Omega Camp. 2 of them are considered like safe LZs, which Morpho will take longer to arrive, but he'll get there. 1 is kind of considered like a medium threat, where it'll still arrive, but just, with a little bit more speed. And then if you call it in the middle of the base, which is considered a hot zone, then Morpho will arrive faster, but you put it at a higher risk of it being shot down. Thankfully, in Ground Zeroes, as long as you're in the chopper flying away, even if Morpho is like smoking or if it's leaving a fire trail from taking so much damage, it will not blow up in midair. It can't be blown up before and any other time when you're not in it. But just like that, that's the first stage. So a little bit unlucky with that checkpoint, but it went fairly smooth.
Yeah, sadly I missed a shot on the guy and he spotted me. I lost like a minute there. Not that bad actually. There's another mission where I can lose a lot of time if I don't have the good RNG, but you're gonna see that later.
Yeah, and I guess the reason for also doing that checkpoint, other than just kind of, wiping the slate clean and starting over, is you can't interact with the cells for Chico and Paz when you're under an alert. So it's kind of a necessity.
Yeah.
More than just trying to, redo a section. But I guess this would be a good time for, any messages and stuff while he's just skipping through all the scenes and title cards here.
Thanks, Joe. I just want to remind everyone we're raising money for Underwater Smoking and his family. He's a long-time friend of the community and someone we care a great deal about. And we appreciate all the support so far and everyone watching at home. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. So now what Pazzo's starting here is this series of side ops, missions that aren't really canon to the story, but they take place on the same location. The first one is eliminate the renegade threat, which you're scripted to take out Glaz and Palitz, to these, Marines, well, / mercenaries, I guess. And there are many different ways to handle this. In terms of just casually, you can extract both the targets. You can do as you're told and actually just, assassinate them and leave. There's even different ways of extracting them. What if it's via Morpho the chopper, or you can actually drive them out of the base, where you exit the mission area. So what Pazzo's gonna do here is go up on this little ledge here, throw a smoke to kind of cover himself, so that when he makes this first of 2 shots here, it's gonna shoot out the first target over by the side of the base, and the second one in the tower. And looks like you got them both.
Nice.
Yep, and just going for a jog, leaving the base like nothing happened.
Yeah, they won't run that far. They are lazy, I think.
I mean, this base is kind of one of those, like, quote unquote, like black sites where it's not really supposed to exist, but it does. And if they see Marines chasing Snake, who's also not really supposed to be there, yeah, I could see it creating a lot of diplomatic issues. Like, hey, what are a bunch of Marines doing here? But yeah, eliminate the renegade threat is like one of the two faster side ops to do. The second one, the second fastest one, is going to come up later, which is now followed up by one of the longest side ops actually, which is a Rails auto scroller, where we have to rescue a particular operative. I heard he, made some arrangements to show up specifically for Limeade today.
This mission looks like you cannot waste time, but trust me, you can. If you don't kill all the guys, you're gonna have to wait a little bit of time. You're gonna have to eliminate every guard before the chopper lands, so you can waste time there. You don't want to waste too much of them.
You shot the Moai statue head. Yeah, I think that's something I don't think I talked about, but like casually speaking, there's actually like these side tasks you can do in this game, where one of them is like, marking the enemies as fast as possible, neutralizing them. There's even one where you shoot all the Moai statue heads. I think there's, oh god, I'm trying to remember. I think there's 5 of them. I'm just kind of taking a wild guess. I actually don't quite remember. I just know where some of them are, in this stage. But referring to what Pazzo was saying, there's a set of Marines in the beginning that if you do not take them out before you start going throughout the base, they will show up later on the extract. And that's what loses you a lot of time. And even sections like this coming up here, where he's flying over the old prison camp, if you don't take out these guys fast enough, the mission can't proceed. Like, it won't allow you to move on unless if you take them out. So like, this is another potential time loser.
Okay, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to make this car bump into the guy with the rifle.
Oh, this will be interesting.
Oh yeah, it worked with the explosion actually.
Hey, there it is. I like it. Okay, I don't like you shooting the Moai statue head again, but I like the thing about the Jeep.
Just for the meme.
Yeah, so we met up with the, VIP operative today, and we just have to kind of provide cover fire. Oh! Okay.
You have to
I don't think I've ever seen that like that before.
I had the guy in the car dying with that a few times, so you gotta be careful. If the guy in the car dies, you have to stop the whole mission. So.
Yeah, I've actually had this get soft locked before by having the Jeep that the operative's driving in get stuck. And Morpho can't move on unless if the guy's driving. But yeah, I think... Yeah, I don't know if you have to start over from the very beginning, but yeah, you would have to like reload the checkpoint.
Oh, maybe you have to take ones, yeah, actually.
Yeah, well, yeah, either way, if it happens in a typical run, I mean, it's a reset.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Because in a full run, you're doing this on RTA where it's just a running timer, and if you had something or anything of that sort happen, it's basically a reset. Because you're just taking such a huge time loss. Oh my god, there you go again with launching the Jeeps forward, too. This is actually pretty exciting to watch, because for those that know me, like I said, I typically run stealth no kills where I don't do any of this of what you're seeing right now, because you're, well, in this case, he's basically destroying everything he sees on screen. I would normally be doing this with the Uragan stun revolver and some uses of the assault rifle, but yeah, making the Jeeps just fly forward like that and flip is really exciting.
Yeah, on stealth no kills, it's way harder, actually.
Alright, so this is going to be a scripted event where our guy's going to crash into the wall. And then in the meantime, Pazzo's just going to clear the area of any nearby guards. Alright, and then again, this is one of those areas where you have to eliminate the guards in order to move on, so it's another area where you just want to be as quick as you can without leaving any guards up. I like how the game's telling you to look through your scope to take them out, but you're just proceeding to use the grenade launcher. Alright, and then what he's going to do is he's going to look down at that corner. Once you clear all the guards, the new ones spawn in. One in particular is at that lower corner. And the more of these guys you take out before you land, the better. It just makes it easier to extract with the operative. But of course, they can't make things entirely too simple, so before you can even leave, you have to take out a tank which is scripted to appear once you get, you know, the rocket launcher. And what he's going to do is he's going to throw a series of grenades, like, as it's pulling up.
Okay, I killed everyone on the map. Great. No time lost.
Hey, new record! Yeah, this is one of those, like, you know, side tasks that you can do throughout the game where you can actually, you know, do, like, challenge runs of, you know, missions like this and try to, you know, neutralize all the enemies as fast as possible or, you know, other things. It varies by mission. Alright, so he's got him in the chopper. Just gonna take out more of these guys on the way out. This is basically for bonus points at this stage. You don't really need to take them out. Except for a particular chopper that's about to appear where you do need to take it out. Again, you don't technically have to, but the flight path around the antenna tower in the background will lose you time if you don't take this out fast enough.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for the tower to collapse. Yeah, I'm gonna lose time there. Not a big deal, but... Okay.
Yeah, so a little bit of bad luck there, but the idea is that the faster you take out that chopper, the faster that you fly out of the area. The timing varies, you know, for any percent versus stealth no kills, but you get the same thing where you just take a faster flight path out of the base.
Yeah.
You mean the Jeep go backwards, dude. Man, there should have been a record thing for, like, amount of Jeeps destroyed this run. Oh, and yeah, in case if you're wondering who the person was that we saved. Oh, I mean, they kind of look familiar, but... Oh, you didn't play it. That's okay. Yeah, the guy that we saved was, yeah, the guy was Hideo Kojima. You know, in case it didn't, you know, wasn't already obvious, but yeah, he once again put himself in the game. I mean, you actually see him in the chopper canopy here once he loads back in when he goes to the mission select. See, there he is.
He's there. Oh, by the way, I had a 8:01 on this mission. That's IGT. That's a good time actually for a run, so it's not that bad. Could have been just a little bit faster with the chopper, but that was okay. And now we are coming to the RNG part. 50% chance it works. You don't have this problem with stealth no kill, but on any percent, I need to find a guy with a tape and take the tape, but he can be there or not be there. If he's not there, I'm gonna restart once. If he's not there on the second try, I'm gonna go for the other spot. It's slower. This is basically a run killer right there. And I had 8 or 9 tries in a row where he wasn't there yesterday, so...
Yeah, what Pazzo's doing here is he's triggering an alert right at the beginning because it will help this undercover Marine to run forward and hopefully be there with the cassette tape that has the intel on it.
Not there.
Yeah, I didn't see him there. Where he could run off to could vary, which is where normally this would be a reset for any percent attempt.
Yeah.
For stealth no kills, you actually don't go for this guy. You actually go for a cassette tape that's hidden in the tower instead, but that's slower for any percent run, so he's just gonna try it again.
Yeah. Like, that's basically like 75% of my reset are on this mission. If it doesn't work this time, I'm gonna go on the other spot. It's slower, but it's safer, I would say, because the tape is there. There's no RNG on the second spot. So he can be, in the best case, he's behind the door. If he's not there, he can be the stairs. Looks like he's not there. No, okay. I'm gonna go to the other spot right now.
I guess we'll get to enjoy the alert music for a while.
So the problem is with the second spot, there's a tank coming and he's dealing a lot of damages.
Yeah, there's a tank.
So the tape is there. So this is the second spot, and now I'm gonna try to leave. Oh. Oh my. Oh! No! Oh. Please, please, don't kill me.
Fuck ass, dude.
Be nice! Okay. What? They closed
Oh, wow.
it. Okay.
Wow, are you serious? I never say that either.
No, they really didn't want me to leave.
Wow, that's actually really clever of them, because I usually make fun of like how inept they are at times in this game. It's like quick, block the exits to let the intruder escape. Yeah, I didn't realize how dynamic that guy's route was when it comes to, you know, making contact with him and grabbing the tape. I know he can go at that door you were trying to get him to, but I think a lot of other times he goes into the inner admin corridor, which is really unlucky.
Yeah. Like, on any percent, if you don't have the guy behind the door, it's basically a reset. So that's why I'm doing this mission on the right after the first one on my runs.
Yeah, so this one with destroying the anti-air emplacements, it's pretty straightforward. You just gotta find the anti-air emplacements and destroy them. So with the luxury of New Game Plus, Pazzo just has access to the rocket launcher, which is in a set of weapons cases at the beginning of where you start. Just gonna fire away at 3 of the 4 placements. You don't have to destroy all of them. You only have to destroy 3 in order to advance, and then also take out a tank that spawns in. There's several different ways of handling this mission. One of which I think Pazos is about to do is just rocket it from a distance.
Yeah. You can use C4.
Yeah, like you could plant C4 on the road and wait for it to drive over it and blow it up. You could plant it on the fence line, like as it's about to approach, and blow it up that way. But for any percent, you don't have to worry about any of that. You just gotta destroy it as soon as possible, and then just wait for Morpho to arrive. Oh, come on, Pazzo, give him a chance.
No chance.
You know what, that's fair. You got really handed bad RNG in the last mission, and then they blockaded the exit, which is something I've never seen, so worthy payback.
That's why I would say 90% of my runs are reset. I don't finish runs often on this game just because of the RNG on the guy with the tape. So
I mean, to be fair, when I run stealth no kills, I have a lot of resets, you know, for different reasons, but it's a very unforgiving run at times.
yeah, stealth no kills is even worse at this point, I think.
Like, I could have resets on this mission because of getting spotted by somebody. I could reset on the very beginning of the run because of a spotlight.
Oh yeah.
But it's just as challenging, but it's a longer run versus any percent where you're just trying to cruise through as fast as you can.
I would say stealth no kills on Ground Zero is one of the hardest run on Metal Gear. Every Metal Gear, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would put it up there. I mean, I would even put MGS1 up there for me as well. I mean, I have a really hard time with it, even after learning how to run any percent L bosses. Like, if you're trying to go for big boss strats in a game like that, that's something that really makes you work for it.
Yeah.
This one, you have some luxuries and things you can get away with, but it is also very unforgiving, more on the RNG side of it than, you know, the game mechanics. So this is Deja Vu, which is a first of 2 extra ops. They were originally exclusive, like, content for the consoles, where, you know, PlayStation got Deja Vu and Xbox got Jamais Vu, which is going to come up. On PC, and of course across all versions, they patched it where everybody has access to everything. You're meant to recreate one of these 6 cutscenes referencing the original game MGS1. You only have to do 1 out of the 6. You don't have to do all of them. You have to complete 1 just to be able to exit the stage. And he's using the Gray Fox skin, which is unlocked by not only completing the game once before, but you also have to beat it on hard mode and answer the pop quiz thing at the end by recreating all 6 cutscenes.
That was almost perfect. I just got stuck on a barrier, but otherwise that was okay.
Fun fact, there's actually a vent glitch you can do, which can save you a few seconds of crawling. It's a exploit of the, you know, vent and rising animation of when you're into crawling. It's just a minor time save, but it looks really goofy, you know, when you do it.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I jump in here real quick, boys?
Yeah, go for it.
Risa Ramon donated $5. Just want to say good luck to everyone over the next 2 days. Have a wonderful weekend speedrunning. Thank you so much for that. And also Willow subscribed, and Bastian Fashante gifted a sub to Mockingjay. All subs, bits, and things like that will go to the total at the end. So thank you everyone for subbing. Thank you everyone for donating, and of course watching.
Thank you very much, guys.
Right on.
So this mission right here is probably the hardest mission of the run, in my opinion.
Yeah, so Jamais Vu, we take over as Revengeance Raiden. Nice little crossover to Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, where you're tasked with taking out Snatchers, guards that are taken over by, I don't know, aliens or something, and, you know, they're kind of the imposters, and you have to spare the real Marines, but for any percent, no mercy.
Oh no.
You know, so you just have to take out all 12 of these guards as fast as you can. Oh wow, that headshot splash and reflex. I forgot how, like, funky it is, like, when you're in reflex, the things that you see and hear during that time slow.
Reflex is funny, actually.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of weird things you can do with reflex, even like glitches that are like accelerated with reflex. Yeah, the snatches are indeed sus. 100%. Alright, so that's all the guards, and Morpho will fly in as soon as you're back at the center LZ. Of course, we can't leave quite yet. Because we have to take out, you guessed it, more Snatchers. Yo, welcome over, Ingramat and Raider friends. to Limate 3.0. Thank you for the raid. Welcome over. So it's basically a Snatcher gauntlet where you got waves of Snatchers that come in and a helicopter that you have to destroy in order to leave. Thankfully, we can use this guard tower to use as a vantage point to take out Snatchers that spawn in at that door, as well as off to the side through the use of C4. They'll just take them out instantly as they spawn in. And he's going to take out another pair of Snatchers there. And then one thing you're seeing him do in between shots is what we call the reload cancel, where as soon as, you know, a round is loaded in, he's swapping from the rocket launcher to a different item and then back to the rocket launcher. It just saves you a little bit of time in just reload animation. It's not quite the end of the world if you don't do it, but it does make it a little bit easier to line up these shots one after the other.
Yes, let's go.
Let's see. Oh, does he get it? Very nice.
Yeah, that was very fast.
Yeah, if you actually aim like just above the building when the chopper is hovering, you actually can destroy it a little bit early, but it's really hard if you go for it on a PB run and you miss.
Yeah. I could have taken the chance because I had to ammo the rocket launcher, but I didn't want to be too greedy.
Yeah, on 80%, I think you have the extra ammo on stealth no kills. You're down to one shot, and you know it's a very big risk if you do it.
Time is about, I mean, I would say 15 seconds.
Yeah. Also, enjoy the Hammerhead soundtrack from Revengeance as Raiden flies off.
And time. Rank S. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't think I have to ask you, but you know, was that anywhere near PB pace?
No. No, because
I
of
was
the
just, I was just
RNG.
curious. Yeah, I was
Yeah.
just curious, so I had to ask. I figured Intel kind of killed it, but I was just wondering if any of the other stages may have been like potential PB pace or not.
Yeah, no, the PB pace died pretty much on the first mission because I had to reload the checkpoint. So my PB is a 28, so that's not that far actually. For a marathon run, that's not that bad. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, you got to showcase a bunch of stuff, you know, blow up some Jeeps. You know, plus it was a pleasure just to be able to, you know, commentate for you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Joe, for commentating my run.
Yeah, anytime, man. And of course, thanks to you know, D Limes and Apache and Lime City for putting on this event and having us.
Yeah, and good luck to Name Soon for the next round.
Thanks so much, guys. That was an awesome run of Metal Gear Solid 5 Ground Zeroes. Up next, we do have Namesoon running Oddworld Apes Exodus. First time for this channel, I believe, and I'm really excited for that run. We'll be back extremely soon.